Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to Moroccan Journal Monday, and hopefully we'll get back into our regular Monday slot now and keep working on this lovely journal, which I'm really enjoying. I did a bit of work on it since I last saw you because it's been a couple of weeks since we've done anything on this. So I did take it with me when I went on my holiday up to Yorkshire, and I did a little work in it. I also took my filming stuff. I was going to do some filming. I tried to, but I just didn't have the right setup, and you would have ended up with this really narrow view, and it wouldn't have been very enjoyable to watch. So in the end, what with being away and having a little bit of time to do some crafting, although I couldn't film it, and the odd snatch of time since I've been home, I have now finished covering the pockets, and I have sewn it in. I would have done it on camera, the sewing in, but I was so nervous because there were so many different sized paper bags, and it was all a bit slippy slidey, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a disaster, it's going to take me ages. And in the end it went really well. It's always the way when you do it off camera, isn't it? It was one of the easiest I've sewn in for a while, so it's just the way it happens. I think if I had done it on camera it probably would have gone disastrously wrong. So I'll show you where it is. I've changed a few things round, not surprising really. May have added a couple of new things, I'm not sure, but I'll just go through it and show you how it looks at the moment. So let's straighten that out. So it's quite nice, and it's got a bit of room, but I've got plenty in there. I kept adding things. I thought, oh, there's so much room because I had the slightly wider spine. I thought, well, there's a fair bit of room in there. I can afford to add a few more things. Not a lot, just here and there. So we have our little paper bag here. Most of this you have seen already. And then we've got some of the kit pages. This I need to glue down. This is the hinged tuck that we did as part of Roxy's Weekly Challenge some weeks ago. And so I'm just going to glue that down. So today we're just going to go through, do a bit of finishing, not finishing touches, just look and see what needs doing, start adding pockets, doing bits, just adding things here and there and just working through it, and see what we need to do. Might do a little stenciling on here or something because it's a bit plain for me, maybe on that side. I did think about doing some of these things before I sewed it in, but I thought, no, let's just get it done, let's get it in and start working in it as a journal. It's only just in there. I haven't centred it terribly well, have I, that one? It's a little high, oh well. Because they're all different levels, it's not always easy to see that they're going in the right place. This was one of the paper bags, which has got the pocket, which you saw me decorate. Another one, I think I did this one with you. And this is an extra piece I added. It's some of my coffee dyed paper with a bit of a pattern on it. I used a stencil to do that, so I thought I'd pop that one in. I've got that. This is the one that I sewed down the middle, so you've seen me do that. I don't know if you saw me finish the other side, I'm not sure, so we'll see as we come to it. This one I've done, I think I just did this yesterday actually, and I've just kept it simple, just done single sheets of paper on each side. I put a bit of washi tape down the middle of this lovely Italian paper because it was beginning to gape. There was a bit of some holes of developing down the join, down the spine, so I put a bit of washi tape on there, both sides. This one was the purple stripe paper bag, so I have covered that, but not completely covered the bits of purple because I thought we might as well keep those. So I have covered this. I've done some down the flap here and covered all of that, but each time leaving just a little bit, and we can add a few more things. There's lots more embellishing to do, so I just wanted to put some paper on. The other thing I've done is I've taken one of the envelopes from the kit and I've actually sewn that in. I stenciled on this so that when it's closed you can still see the stenciling, because I'm going to close this up and then it will hide the middle of the sewing in, because sometimes that can get a bit messy when it's me. Actually, this is one of the least messy jobs I think I've ever done, surprisingly. Usually I have big gaping holes here where I try to wiggle the needle through and things, But yeah, this one went surprisingly well considering. And then this is the other half of the stripy pocket, and I did add one of the kit side tucks here. And that one. So I have kind of varied the heights a little bit. Not a lot, because it wasn't a huge paper bag that we used for the cover, but I have varied it a bit. The other half of this, again, just single sheets of paper on each side, and then we can add pockets, we can add tucks. There's the pocket there. And this one was the other side of that's right, the double, the one that was sewn. I can't remember if you saw me doing this or whether I did this off camera. I may have done. I had some ephemera pieces with a purple print, so I've used that. I think that was a little pack from Tina. And then we've got our pockets here. I really can't remember if I did this on or off camera, but you've either seen it or you haven't. So we've got a few pages here. Oh, I didn't realise I'd done that. Look at that. I hadn't even realised until I sewed it in. Until I looked just now. I've got exactly the same paper behind it. Well, I'll have to do something about that, won't I? Because that looks silly. Oh, I hadn't given that a thought, because I take them out to work on them. And then I didn't... Normally I check how they go with what's in the background, but I looked at that, I think. Didn't actually think to look at that. Well, I'll have to do something about that. I'll probably have to cover that up with a pocket or something. It'll be fine. Then we've got the other half of this one with the pocket. This was the big prescription paper bag, the craft coloured one with all the green writing on it. I really like that one. That's come out really nicely. And then we've got this one we need to do something with. We need to glue that down. I think I'll probably glue it like that. And then can put something in here. And I'll probably put a bit of embellishment, and we can decorate this a bit. And then we're at the back. We've got the little pocket, the little paper bag at the back. So that is the journal, ready to be filled with ephemera and decorated. So let's go back to the beginning, see what we need to do. I don't really think we need to do much here because it's only small, apart from putting something in this pocket. Maybe a couple of things. It's quite a big one, so we'll see. But I'll come to those sort of things in a bit. The first thing I think I need to do is sew this in place so that it is actually a tuck. So let's get the glue and get started. I do hope you're all well and you've stayed well during the last couple of weeks since I've been away. I know you've seen my video on Friday, but I feel like this is the first time I've got back into proper routine. It's Saturday morning, which is when I haven't been able to film on a Saturday morning for a long, long time. Feels like it anyway. And my husband has gone off to foreign parts without me. He and 4 of his school friends, he's known them for a long, long time, they've gone to France, but they're actually going to be in the Alps in France, somewhere above Chamonix, I believe. My geography's not great. One of his friends, well, they're our friends. I mean, I've known them now for 40 years or more. He and his wife have a part ownership of a hotel up in the Alps in a little village called Servos, and they go up there sometimes off season. We all went. A whole bunch of us went about 5 years ago. I think there was about 11 of us, mostly couples. I think one of our friends, his wife couldn't make it. Yeah, we all stayed in the hotel because it's normally a ski hotel. People go there during the ski season. But at this time of year, there's obviously no skiing available because it's too early. But it's great for climbing in the mountains or walking in the mountains, which my husband loves to do. It's not something I'm really very good at, so they'd all go off walking, and I would would have to stay behind. So I think when his friend suggested that just a group of the men go, he jumped at it because he knew I wouldn't really enjoy it. So he's off. He went off this morning. He seems to have arrived at Geneva fine. I've heard from him. And then they're going to hire a car and they're travelling up into the mountains. And they'll be there, and he comes home on Wednesday. So I've got 5 days on my own. Well, I haven't done that for a long time. Not sure I've ever had 5 days on my own. It's going to be different. A bit quiet around here, I think. So you guys are keeping me company. I should probably be in here quite a bit, chatting away to you, because I won't have anybody else to talk to. Right, that's done. And I was thinking about doing something here, wasn't I? Let's see. Let's get a stencil. So I keep my Tim Holtz stencil on one of these book ring things. Just hang them on a hook behind me. And it's quite handy. All my other stencils are in a folder. And that's not going to work. I'm going to have to do it around like that so that it actually opens so it can come off. That's it. Alright. Right, let's get one of my inks. Let's get a pink, I think. Bit of pink. Should we do a bit of pink? So it's still in the bag. I took all these away with me. They're still in the little carrier bag, a little plastic bag that I put them all in. So I think we'll do that one. I've got there we go. Little brush. We had one very wet morning while we were away, when Richard still wanted to go out walking. It's not my thing to go walking in the wet. So he went off and I did some crafting. I had to do it in the bedroom, and we had a really narrow little dressing table thing that was sort of set under the window, and it was just very small area, and I managed to make the best of it, but it wasn't conducive to filming really. Okay, I do. I like that. I wonder whether to do anything on, where is it, on the other side. Maybe a little bit just in the corner. Yep. Oh, it's a bit kind of line it up again if I can. Yeah, I don't want it to be sort of. I didn't want it to be kind of straight across here, which is what it looked like. So yeah, that's nice. I like that. I love this stencil. It's called Deco Arch, if anybody's interested. Okay. Let's see about putting. Is it time to put we've got a tuck spot here. Maybe I should leave that as it is. And we've got a pocket here. I'm not going to need to add a lot of pockets, I don't think, to the actual papers, because we've got these. But I might add the odd pocket to the paper bags themselves, especially the plainer ones. I have got a whole load, I've got loads of bits of ephemera from the kit. And there's quite a lot of corner pockets that come with the kit. And a few other sort of pockets like this. So I thought I might see, let's see if there's one that might go on one of these. I just want a small one, I think. Something like that. That's going to clash terribly, isn't it? It doesn't really go with that paper. Anything else? So although we've got the ones that are already shaped like these, I've got a few of these. I've got some square ones. They could be used as tuck spots. Not so much those ones. This one's got, well, I think it's meant to be that way. Could be a pocket. So I could either make it a pocket like that, or a tuck spot. No, I might make it a little pocket actually there. Yeah, I think I will. These can be used for all sorts. They can be journaling cards, they can be used decoratively, you can punch things out of them. There's so much here. And I've got another box, where's it gone? Of even smaller pieces of little decorative doodads. Right, I'm going to punch a little thumb notch in there. So I have no plan for this video today. I'm just going to keep an eye on the time and just keep going until we've run out of time. Do we want a little focal point? Maybe a little bit of something here. I'm going to get out some of my little perfume bottles, I think. Got some really small ones. I haven't looked at them. I'm just thinking I might put a little something there, but it obviously needs backing. Right, so again, still in this paper bag, I've got a little bag of scraps, mixture of book pages and scraps from the kit. So let's see if we can find something. Or, I'm thinking about it, I have got some fabric scraps, well, fabric pieces that I might use for backing. Oop. Don't need too much. I want to try and remember to use my fabrics because I have quite a few. Let's make sure I don't make it too short. I still want to use a bit of this. Yes, I think just gradually, just working our way through like this, it might take a little bit of time, but it's all about the fun, isn't it? All about the fun of just making it all interesting and gorgeous. Probably may work my way through it 2 or 3 times, just coming back and adding more bits where I feel it needs it. Things down the side. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to give this a little touch of ink around the edges. Okay, so right, where's the top for that ink before I get in the mist? Right. Okay, let's put this down. I'm going to use my glue stick. It was a funny old week last week because we were supposed to be. He had his birthday on Monday. We'd had the party here on Sunday. I've told you about that. And then the plan was he was supposed to start nursery on Tuesday and come to us for his first full day on Thursday, because that's going to be our new regular day with him. But some things never quite go the way you think, and he started getting a bit of a cold at the weekend. He was quite poorly on Monday, on his birthday, bless him. Tuesday was meant to be his first day at nursery, and Hannah and George were both going to work. Hannah was already back, but she'd had a few days off, obviously for his birthday, so they were both due to go to work, and it was a bit tricky because George had been off for a few weeks with him, having paternity leave, so he was literally his first day back for some weeks. So they asked if we could just go over, just for the morning, so that George could go into work and catch up with things, and she could at least make contact with her colleagues and say, what was going on. And so we did that. Went over on Tuesday morning, and to be honest, we hardly saw him. He was asleep most of the time. He was really not himself at all. He was actually back in bed. Normally he doesn't go down for his nap till about 10 at the earliest. And we got there at 9, and he was already just going back down to bed because he was just wiped out, poor little chap. So we hung around for a bit and then looked after him, played with him, and gave him some lunch, or tried to, because he wasn't eating at all. He had a few mouthfuls, but hardly touched anything. He wasn't miserable. He was quite cheerful, really. Just didn't want to eat. And of course, for Mum, my Hannah, that was the most worrying thing. When you've got a little boy who's really quite he's quite a big boy, and he loves his food, and he always has a good appetite. When he suddenly stops eating, it's very worrying, and I totally get that. It is worrying for any mum when the child won't eat. So yeah, that basically carried on all week. I don't think she was able to go to work very much. She wasn't feeling well. She caught it as well, so she wasn't well. Thursday, when we were supposed to have him, she ended up taking him to the doctor and taking the day off herself because she wasn't feeling too good. She had to take the day off sick. She just couldn't try and work while he was so poorly and so clingy. Obviously, all he wanted was his mummy. Right, just before I tell you what the doctor said, I'm just wondering, I've got a few little bits and pieces in my bowl here. I've got this little cluster. It's quite sweet. I don't know if that's going to work on there really. It's such a busy background. Maybe not. And I've got some of these paper ruffles I got from Tina. I don't know if these are ones I made or ones. I think these are ones I bought from her. I made some as well, so this could be one of those. A little bit of decoration there. Yeah, why not? Okay, I'll just do that. Yeah, because the reason she took him to the doctor, well, partly because he wasn't eating, and partly because his eyes were looking really bad, looking really gunky, and she feared, correctly, that he had conjunctivitis, so he's now got eye drops. So much fun to try and put eye drops in a 1-year-old's eyes. He didn't, well, I think he got the hang of it. George was the one who got the knack and was able to do it. Yep, I'm going to just pop that on there, just a bit of decoration. Yeah, they said because he's been drinking and he's been having milk, so the doctor wasn't too worried about the fact that he wasn't actually eating. And she said last night that he actually has been eating again. He did start eating yesterday, so that's a good thing, because he was getting so listless, really, without eating. They lose their energy. Didn't want to do anything but sit and cuddle with his mummy. And of course, she enjoys that, but you don't want it to be because they're poorly, do you? You just want them to cuddle because they're gorgeous. But he's not really normally that cuddly. He's on the go normally. Anyway, right, that's just that little bit of decoration on there. Let's move on. Should we put something down the edge of here? I'm just kind of going along and adding stuff as I feel. Want to look at some of my fabrics here, see if there's something that takes my fancy to put down the edge. I've also got some lace. I've got this really lovely purple lace. That's a possibility. Or I've got this as well. Would that go on there? It might do, I've got loads. Oh no, this is a different one. What have I got? I've got so many things, I don't know what to choose. Got that. No. Oh, got that piece of that as well. Oh, I mustn't forget to use some of these bits around the edge. Maybe we could just pull that out. Anything else? Maybe a bit of that, I don't know. Just pulling out all things pink for some reason. And we have got some of this stamped piece. Ooh, and that. And if we can do that. Don't really like this edge. Let's just try that piece. And then maybe something like that with it. Okay. This will just cut off the edge of something. And this is, I think, the seam where it was attached, so I want to get rid of that. It's too thick. I'm not going to use a huge amount of lace in this journal, but a few bits here and there don't hurt, do they? Especially if they're the right colour. Go there. Put that there, and then I think got this lovely piece here. Put that in the corner. Just to finish it off. What else we got? All that. I'll put this on and we'll see. I think I'll use my fabric glue. Alright, let's see, a bit of that. Oh, it's quite kind of bright, isn't it? I'm just going to cut around this and see whether I like it. Don't know. Is that going to work with that? Not sure. I like it, but I don't know if I like it with that. I want something, maybe just something up here would be better. Yeah, I think so. Nope. That way, I think. Yeah. I like that, poking up there. Alright, so we can put something, definitely put something on one of these too. That looks good for journaling, so maybe I need to put a pocket on here. What have we got? Not many actual pockets that I've made. Could put that there. Or that one. I know I've got a page that I'm not all that keen on through here. These that don't quite work for me, this background. I'm regretting using it really. So I thought I might use something on these. Not sure about that one. That might be good. Yeah, I might use that there. So about this one as well. That one or that one. Because I've got two of these I want to cover. Maybe that one would be better after all on this side. And let's see. Let's try this on that one we were just looking at. Oh, no. Well, yeah, I suppose it would be all right there. Would it be better here? I think it's too close to this, to the same paper. Okay. Let's just see, sorry. I need to find the right spot for this. I think we'll consider it when we get there. Let's do that. Let's do it each as we come to it with what we think goes best on it. Oh, and just to warn you, I think I caught Arlo's cold when I was there on Tuesday. He was very, very snotty, and we had to wipe his nose a lot, which he hated. And I think I may have caught it. I haven't told Hannah, because she keeps saying, "Are you okay? You haven't caught Arlo's cold, have you?" No, we're fine. But actually, I think I have. I'm just going to put that there because I like it there. I'm just wondering, do you want something behind, the side? We'll leave space for something to tuck in at the side. We may not use it, depending on how thick the journal gets. But it gives us the option, doesn't it, then? Okay. Right. So now we've got the means to tuck something in here if we want to. We've got a pocket here, and another one here, and a little tuck spot here. So it's a nice stuffed pocket, that one. And now I do want to cover this up, just because I'm not keen on that colour of the flowers. If they were pink, I'd go with it, but they don't go for me. They don't work in this journal. So I have got, yes, I've got some of these little clusters I was looking at before, haven't I? That would go nicely there. I might even do it as a bit of a tuck. Have I got any others, just to see what I made? Yeah, I made another one, a bigger one, but I'm not sure this will go on here. It's a bit pale. That might go on a more colourful page. So I think, yeah. Let's see how that turns out. What glue? I got glue on there? Yes. Whoops. I want that bit poke out a little bit. And I need my glue. Let's get hold of it. Lining up there. All right. These were so much fun to make. I don't really make a lot of clusters normally. Or if I make them, I don't use them. So I'm going to try and use the ones that I made with this journal in mind. Just want to wipe my little nozzle here. Try and keep it a bit clean. Okay, so now we have these two, or these 4 pockets. This has already got a little pocket on it. I think I'd like to do another one down here, really. Let's see. We've got... Do I use one? I want to use a kit one. That's too big. I've got this one. I want to use something smaller, I think. I've got this. Well, several like that. Let's have a look. A bunch of... So I've got all my little square ones. I've got these are the diagonal ones, which would be too big. Another little square. I'm not going to use that because it's right opposite there. That one. No, we decided that was too big. Or bigger than I want. No. Oh, was a nice little one. That one. All right, well, we've got enough here to choose from, I think. So that is an option. This is also an option. It's a smaller pocket, but it's rather lovely. Might just cut that corner off. Kind of like that one because it's got blue up here. There's blue over here. I know this isn't the blue. Isn't a journal with blue in it, but you can't avoid all of the blue because it's all from one kit. So I might just I think we'll just take that corner off. Oop. And pop it down here, I think. Yeah, I think that's what I would like to do. So it's going, yes, I'm just going to ink on these 2 sides. Did I say ink? I mean glue. Okay. Let's see what's next. Yes, I wanted to cover this up. I don't really like this background paper. I wish I hadn't chosen it. It doesn't go with the journal. So we want to put something on here to cover that up, and I'm going to cover something up down the side. I might use, maybe I'll use this purple lace. Maybe that would work behind the pocket. And it really works with this. Look, it picks that colour up, doesn't it? So I could put that along here. And put that there. That wouldn't be too bad, would it? That actually goes rather well with this pocket over here. Yes, I like that. Where's my fabric scissors? There we are. I wish I'd always think what I'm doing with the pin. Maybe this is the pin. Well, it's a pin. It'll work. Just to pin that back, and then we can put it aside for a moment. Let's see. Let's put this down. Oh, I've cut it too long. All right. So this has been covered on the back as well, but I think I'm still going to glue it down like that. I might just nudge it that way, and we'll have some way of tucking something behind here if we want to. So again, I'm just going to glue on the 3 sides. I think I'm going to use this because I'm gluing onto lace and I'm gluing some fabric as well. Right. That pretty much takes care of the page that I don't like very much. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Happy about that. It was when I was putting it all together and I thought, oh, I wish I hadn't used that for the background. So it doesn't go. So, but you can always cover something up that you don't like, can't you? Got this tag in here. It's a bit lonely in there. I think I'll probably add something else. Oh, the other thing I did while I was on my holiday. Oh, blow my nose first. I did make a masterboard as well, which we're going to be able to use. It may not be enough. I already had this little piece. I think I must have made, probably as part of Roxy's Weekly Challenge, as you do. Had this knocking around, so I put that in my folder because it's got the colours. But this I made with all the scraps. You see, I've got some left while I was away. I backed it the other day just so that's ready to go. Can be made into pockets, but probably be journal cards, things to go in the paper bag pockets. Maybe I'll have to make another one. I don't know. Okay, right, we need to put something on here because it's very plain. What are we going to put on here? And we could do one of those corners. See if I can find. Let's put this out of the way a minute. Like a small corner pocket like that. Yes. Yes, I like that. Right. I'm going to back it onto some nice sturdy book page. that's the way it's meant to go. I wanted it to go on that side, so maybe there's another one I can use for the other side. Yes, I'll just cut the excess paper off that one. Yeah, that's the way I want it to go. Okay, I think I'd like that there. Oops. Trying to remember where's the pocket. I think, did I put the pocket? Have I opened the pocket on this one? Maybe I haven't. Okay, let's have a look. I don't think I have opened it from the looks of it. No. Okay. So I think I'm going to open this one at the top. They don't all need to be opening at the side, and the other end I'm sure will be a side opener because that's where the paper bag has got to open one side or the other, isn't it? So I'm going to do it at the top. And I'm going to do a little just remind myself where the pocket should be. Let's see. Try and get it central. Oops, it slips. Should have done this before I sewed it in, shouldn't I? Oh. There we are. There we go. Now we have a pocket. Right. So I think I'm going to leave it for there today. I think it's a case of just we're working our way through bit by bit and maybe working through more than once. Just filling it up, making it look pretty. And I'll keep adding things and try not to stick all my pages together. So I better just make sure I haven't done any of that. Can always put a little something here to cover that. It's just caught a little, but it's fine. Let's just flip back through. Oh yes, this is a big side pocket here as well as having a pocket here, so yes, I've got to bear that in mind as well. Okay, lots to do. Ooh, where's that come from? A bit of something sticky there. I don't know what that's doing on there. Okay. Alright, so that's it for today. And we'll be back with Moroccan Journal Monday next week. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.